How many times have you told someone to just cheer up? What if you knew that behind their smile, they were battling with depression that they couldn't simply switch off? While often said with good intentions, this simple phrase reveals a dangerous societal misconception that depression is a mindset rather than a medical condition. This is also a sign of the broader stigma that forces individuals to conceal their pain. When we talk about depression, we usually talk about the battle inside someone's mind. However, what if the greatest battle isn't with depression itself, but with the world? This external conflict is known as public stigma, which refers to negative attitudes, beliefs, or stereotypes that people hold towards those with mental health conditions. This can worsen the symptoms over time because at first you may start feeling shame, sadness, but eventually you'll start feeling suicidal or self-harming, and that's because of public stigma. This can also cause delayed treatment because individuals fear that they're going to be judged, discriminated against, or misunderstood. According to a study by Clement, stigma was associated with an increased likelihood of delaying or avoiding treatment for mental health conditions. While public stigma presents a formidable obstacles, the most damaging impact is when individuals start to believe these societal narratives. Self-stigma comes across when individuals start to believe the societal narratives that are usually comes with that mental health condition. At first, they may not believe it, they may be aware of it and try to deny it, but as more as they see it, they will start to believe that, hey, maybe that's true. In my personal experience with depression, I always used to believe that I was weak or I'm not strong enough because people always say that around me, like, oh, you're not weak, you should be better, you should not be happy, or like, you have nothing to be depressed about. So it kind of like invalidated my feelings, which can also be a part of self-stigma, saying that you shouldn't be depressed because you have no reason, even though if you're really going through something. In a study by Munoz and the colleagues, they present a model of self-stigma and how people internalize it, and it's a cognitive process at first. First, they may become aware of those narratives. Second, may try to deny those narratives. Then eventually they start to believe that those narratives are true and that they're faced about them. These stereotypes are dangerous because they can actually lead to more harm for yourself and to delay treatment because you think that because you see yourself as weak, others are going to see you as weak. And most people will and most people won't, but that's just a part of the self-stigma that comes around it. A primary consequence of internalizing depression-related stereotypes is the why try effect. This is when individuals, they try not to reach their goals because they feel like they're not attainable. For me, when I was dealing with my depression, I would try to beat depression like very quickly, like just in like 2 weeks. And so when I stayed depressed and still had those suicidal and self-harm thoughts, I thought that I would be a failure, I would never achieve anything, so I would just like give up. For my grades, they didn't slip as badly, but I just can realize that and try, like even trying to like just do basic things like personal hygiene was really hard. Both of these stigmas can come from a place built up with walls for people themselves to help protect them from the pain and suffering, but I feel like it causes more isolation and more trauma for that person. This is a visual aid of like a wall a person may build when dealing with depression or any type of mental health condition. They usually try to block out the pain and the suffering, but instead they start to block out the people that are trying to help them so they can't get the help that they need, which is bad because when you're depressed, you should never isolate yourself because that only brings you into that more darker place. So, in conclusion, the info presented today highlights that the journey of understanding depression is more than just recognizing the symptoms. It also takes recognizing the complex social factors like stigma. Thank you for your time.